Welcome to the People's Blueprint for Power. This is my son Goddess 777. Welcome back to part 5 and 6. We are going to talk about political power. Without economic power, it's just noise. See, now it's time to talk about the money. Because political power without money can definitely be strangled overnight. We need an economic base. See, if your movement depends on outside grants, they can cut grants. And the movement dies. And if you got candidates that's depending on corporate donors, like if the candidates don't do what the corporate donors want, then they can pull out. And the campaign, it collapses. You need your own money. You definitely got to have your own money. You don't want to be dependent on outside donors and grants and stuff like that. I mean, they're good. If you might gotta start off that way sometimes, but if it's power and security in being able to have your own money. And here's how the communities have always done this, and fast. So in America, before the U.S. corporation and all that, our people did this. They called it a hand. Over in Africa, in some places like West Africa, they called it the susu. That's the model that they use. We called it a hand. They called it a susu. How it works is, and I'm going to keep it very simple. I'm going to break it down so even a child can understand this. Let's say you got like 10 people. Each person puts $200 in the pot a month. Month 1, you got 200. You go on for several months. Month 2, you got another person gets it. And then by month 10, everybody goes around and gets that $200 that's been put in. You got 10 people putting it in on the first month. Then you designate a person that's going to get it. Then month 2, everybody put another $200 in. You got another person that's going to get it. By the time 10 months has come, it has went around. Everybody has gotten that money that in that pot times 10 people. That's $2,000 that they saved fast alone. You didn't have to worry about a bank. You didn't have to worry about any interest. You didn't have to worry about any credit, no applications, credit checks and that type of thing. No outside permission. That is literally, if you got 10 people and you go around and everybody put $200 in the pots, that's $2,000 that each person gonna get, each of those 10 people. That's gonna be $24,000 for the community in just
for
1
10
year
people in 1 year.
Imagine if it was 50 people that did this and formalized it into a community investment club or, some type of hedge fund where you funding your own stuff and you pool the money collectively. That can become an investment club that can fund the candidates and endorse the community candidates, that you're trying to elect to represent your community. And it's another thing that we need to be looking into too. When we pool our money together like that, the model of the susu or the hand that our ancient American ancestors before this U.S. corporation, the way they did it and how people did it during, the Black Wall Streets. I call it melanated, but we call it the Black Wall Streets, and there were several. It wasn't just the one that they talk about. The Tulsa one that they burned down, they had them all throughout. They had their own bus companies. They had, I'll say it again, they had their own airlines, honey. They had their own restaurants. They had their own, even if it was at my grandma's house or whoever, they had their own thing going on, their own neighborhoods. Before the civil rights movement, that we had our money circulating in our communities for over 20 some days. We had, we would pool our money together and had our own banks and stuff like that. And they wanted to tap into that black dollar. That's what that was about. A lot of that integration stuff and equal equality and they want you to go to their school. They wanted to tap into that. It was $1 billion back then. It's $1 trillion now. They lied. It could have been $1 trillion back then. So we also could pool this money together in these investment clubs, and we say you start out with 10 people with the 2,000, and that would be 24,000 going through the community within 10 months.
It would be 20,000 in a year going through the community.
Help the endorse a candidate, and also we need to have people that's representing us that has our best interest. We could pay them too, because a lot of times when we talking about legal defense and organizers are targeted, they set them up and they police them and stalk them and set them up for crimes that they really didn't commit when they start trying to lead the melanated community. So we could pay legal defense, and we could also vet legal defense that's not working both sides, that's for our cause, because we have to be careful a lot of times with even legal defense. A lot of times we might pay them and we might think they're representing us, but they have a bigger cause sometimes, and sometimes they be working both sides. They done pledge their allegiance to groups that may not have our best interest in mind, so we have to be careful with that too. We want to start having more so. I'm not saying it's not any good legal representation out here, because it is, but we just have to be able to pool our money, which is economic power, and also be able to hire the right people to represent us in times when we really need to be fairly represented and need justice, because it's been a lot of discrepancies in the justice system. So that would keep the melanated owned businesses, and it keeps the dollar circulating in the community. You know what I'm saying? That'll give us more economic power. This is going to really shake you up, because as I said, before the civil rights era, that melanated black dollar is circulated in the black melanated community 7 or 8 times before leaving. That means every dollar created jobs, it created and funded businesses, it created and built wealth before it went anywhere else. And today, it don't even circulate but less than 1 time. So that's basically like zero. It don't really circulate at all now. It leaves our community. It leaves our community almost immediately. And that is not accidental. It's definitely not accidental. It was actually the result of integration. Integration without economic infrastructure. See, we got access to their stores, to their schools, to their restaurants and their businesses, and we stopped building our own because all of this equality and all of this diversity, like I said in the part 3 and 4, a lot of times with that type of stuff, some groups of people get forgotten about and they disappear. They want your money, but what you as a person don't, a lot of times don't really matter. So we had it. They didn't destroy us with the Tulsa, Oklahoma thing. They didn't even destroy us with the insurrection in Wilmington, North Carolina. We decided that we wanted to follow the trend of, and no disrespect to none of our leaders, but the integration and of the school system. He was right. That led us to, that was a burning building.
Integration in general was a flop.
We're still suffering from the effects of the integration right now. Yeah, we still. Yep. And yeah, we need to own our own money. And our communities need to have our monies and stuff circulating in our communities. So we got access to their stuff, but we lost. They say you got what you wanted. I thought the grass ain't always greener. And moving to their neighborhoods, moving to their communities, people that don't want you to eat at their I never understood that. I never understood why it was so exciting to eat at a restaurant. I don't even want to eat nobody food that don't like me. Even my family members that don't even fuck with me, I mess with me. Excuse my friends. I don't eat people food that some kids who that don't like me, much less going into a business of a person that think that you not even a human that eating their food. So I don't get that. And even now we see living in their communities and stuff like that a lot of times when we the only people in certain spaces, it's not even really safe like that, you know? Like it's still a lot of undertones of racism, and those people like somebody was saying, a lot of those people that was doing those things, terrible things, and hunting melanated people down and lynching them, some of them still alive, and they be babysitting these children that somehow our children and grandchildren hanging out with. You know what I'm saying? So we just have to be careful with thinking that the grass is green on the other side. The community, getting back to the subject, the community that holds the economic power holds the political power. I'm going to say it again. The community that holds economic power holds the political power every time, in every culture and in every era of history. It's nothing that you can say and shake that. When you hold your own economic power, you can elect who you want to elect and get what you want to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Every time. It don't matter what, in every area of history and every culture. And you don't need permission to start a type of hand or susu with people you trust. You can start it this week. Well, we need to start practicing this with people that that we trust and we comfortable with. And then, with part 6, we got to protect the movement. Got to protect the movement. Security without being paranoid. We got to build smart, not scared. And I got to keep it real. I got to really keep it real about something, honey. I ain't even going to sugarcoat it. Every time melanated people have built real power in this country, somebody came to disrupt it, You got the FBI whole program, COINTELPRO. They infiltrated, disrupted, and in some cases helped destroy the melanated political organizations and stuff. Example, the Black Panthers and other organizations. They planted informants. They sent fake letters to create conflict between the different leaders and stuff. Divide and conquer. And they used people on trusted circle members and stuff. People they really trusted against them. They would, get in their heads and blackmail them or whatever they did, or pay them off to make them work for them against the people that was trusting them, And this is documented. This ain't just conspiracy theories and stuff no more. The United States Senate confirmed it. And it didn't stop in the night. We think, after they got rid of all the leaders and stuff and put a lot of them in political prisoners and all this and that. So the tools, it didn't stop in the 70s. The tools just got more sophisticated. It got to what? The surveillance and the flock cameras that everybody talking about. The Big Brother program where they give you a problem and then they give you a solution. And you think that a savior is coming in to save you, and what they're really doing is taking away your freedoms and your privacy and stuff like that. All of this Palantir, all of this surveillance and stuff that's going on, and they watching you and your body movements and your body heat and all this. That's an invasion of privacy. That's COINTELPRO amped up. You know what I'm saying? COINTELPRO on Thorazine. COINTELPRO on opioids. So it didn't stop in the 70s. The tools just got, like I said, more sophisticated. So listen, how do you build something that lasts even when the opposition comes for it? It's 3 simple principles. Number 1, you build an institution, not a person or the personality. Because if everything depends on one leader, they remove that leader and it's over. And the power is distributed when you have when you building the institution. It's the distributed power across many people, and it's a documented process and shared values. When removing one person changes nothing. So if they remove somebody or whatever, you got your money pooled and you raise your money, you got your representation to help them get they, if they're in legal trouble or whatever, you got that. You got your money going, you pooling your money, you doing the susu model and the hand model where you circulating your money through your community. The movement keeps going because you got plenty of people that can keep the institution running. And number two, you keep the public work public, and the private strategies that you use, you keep it private. You don't let everybody know how you moving and stuff like that. You keep it transparent. What you need to keep transparent, your community events, your voter registration drives, the candidate forums, and all public, all transparent. Keep it all completely legal too. And the strategy conversation, who you're vetting, what your next moves are, those things happen in your small circles. Let me say that again. Your strategy, your conversations, who you're vetting, what your next move is. The stuff that you know how they say, don't let your right hand know what your left hand doing. You keep that in your small trusted circle, in person, not no text, not in no group chats, not no emails, none of that, because they can gather that with the metadata and infiltrate your documents and stuff like that. So you don't want to be like on text messages talking about all your moves and stuff like that. You want to do that in person after you have vetted these people, and it's people you can really, you just need like. And number three, trust is earned through action over time. It's nothing rushed. Trust, you can't get trust through the words in a meeting, or you meeting somebody. Like I said in part 3 and 4, it's action. It's over years, over months. Just because somebody gets you excited, like I said, and they the enthusiasm when they first show up, the excitement you get from how they talk, and they got to get the gal. Watch people. Watch what they do on a consistent basis. The people who show up when it's not no cameras on, the people who show up when it's not going viral for them, or they can't benefit nothing. The people who sincerely are consistent, and they show up, you know what I'm saying? They show up sincerely from their heart. You will know. If you got your discernment on and stuff like that, you would definitely know. They show up when it's boring. It ain't no excitement going on. When it's just, the work involved. It ain't no glamorous work, or those are your people. The people that show up when the camera's off, when it ain't no attention, when it ain't going viral, when they ain't getting, a priest put up on a pedestal and getting all the glory. Those are your people. The sincere people, You can tell by observing, or they ain't got to always be the one to get the last word, or they ain't got to be the know-it-all. You know how you seen in those groups where you got them people that they got to know everything, and you got to let them do all the talking, and they got to they all know everything on every scene. That's the ones you got to, because as soon as they don't get the attention, that's a problem. And this is very, very critical. Those are your people, the ones that's over the years stick by you through thick and thin. I'm not saying people don't have stuff come up and whatever, but if you see that, you ain't got no problems with them, and they like, I had some personal stuff going on, I had to chill out for a little while, but I'm back, and they ain't really trying to take over your movement and have the attention on them. And you gotta watch people that always got a silver tongue too, like they know how to talk, but you gotta look at it. Hey, some people out here that know how to talk, and they know how to do the action, and they might be sincere, but I'm saying most of the time, the people with a silver tongue, they got some stuff on their sleeve, so you have to be careful, but that's not always the case. And this is critical. Do not accuse people randomly of being informants. You know what I'm saying? That's like not good. That is not good to do that. That creates a lot of chaos inside the movements and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's called bad jacking, and you need to focus on behavior, not accusations. You gotta focus on actions and the people behavior. You can build trust slowly. That's how you'll know. You can build the institution permanently and watch what people do. Watch what they do, not just what they say. So now it's time for action. We did part 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? Talking about who holds the real power, where the money going at. How I gave you receipts on how you can what is it? Secrets. It's the secrets. OpenSecrets.org. How you can know who your candidate is getting paid by and all this and that, and how to look at people and pool your people and to come together and to vote and look at the elections and who has the real power. Who really has the real power? It's the local government, your city council, your sheriff, your district attorney, and all that. Your school board. Those local people is what matter, and how they're trying to take the voting rights now. They're trying to do Louisiana versus Calais, where they are gerrymandering and splitting your votes up so it don't matter. They splitting it up so it don't have no power, so you won't have people to represent you as far as the melanated people and stuff. And they doing the voter suppressions of making sure that people have to have their IDs and all this different stuff, and making it so people won't come out to vote because, you know, of how they doing the voter registration. They're doing a lot of voter suppression. They trying to keep it where they got certain people in those chairs because they want to, have it where they can rule like they want to rule and not with everybody interested in mind. So that was on 3 and 4, that was on 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4 we was talking about, how to get your people elected and who you need, how you need to choose them and nominate them and different things, and what is important to you, like what candidate, how to look at the candidate and see if they really is about the community and are they really about that life. Now we closing this out with the call to action. So we on Tuesday today? This is Tuesday. We got the rest of the week when we know the voter. You got until November. November is when the voting happens. The local voting and all that happens is in November. So you got time now to even elect your own people in your community. If you really want to do it, you got time to try to see who you want to vet and get your little few people together, and y'all, start having them conversations. Like I said on 3 and 4, start talking about this stuff because it's time to take our power back. It's time to take that power back and stop asking for permission, and we can build our own cities and all that kind of. We can do it. It's people actually doing it. You can start now pooling your money. You don't have to have 1 million people. You don't got to ask for permission. You don't got to, like I said on 3 and 4, you don't got to start a political party or none of that. You can start now with just a small group. It might not be your family. It might not be, the people that you even dealing with now. You might got to start looking for like-minded people. It's people out there like you. If you're thinking about doing it, it's somebody else. And now it's time to take action. I know this was a lot, but I want you to walk away from this. Walk away from this video with some concrete, not just information, but some action. So, like, let's say tomorrow or Thursday or Friday. Okay, you can go to vote.org right now and check your voter registration. Make sure that your name, address, and your status are all current. And the voter rolls purges are happening. They purging them. Check yours today. Check it to make sure it's all matching up. Because I'm going to do the same thing. What I'm telling you to do, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm getting my stuff, you know what I'm saying? Making sure I done dotted my I's and crossed, because I hear people saying like, oh, don't worry about voting, and people talking about this stuff affects me. The local stuff do affect me. I still got to get in my car, and my people still got to drive, and we got to deal with the police, the sheriff. We got to deal with the city council because they make decisions about the mortgage and they make decisions about the rent, about what buildings go up in the neighborhood. We got to deal, no matter, I'm in America. I have not moved out of the country yet. And even if I do leave the country, I'm going to be coming back and forth to the U.S. So I want to be in a comfortable situation. I want to have people that got my best interest in mind, that I know it's sincere people in the, that's even in the ancient times. We had the mayors, which were the women, the clan mothers and stuff ruling and stuff like that. And they picked the chiefs and all that. So the sheriffs and the mayors were the matriarchs and stuff ruling. So we have to be involved in at least in the local government now, to have people that have our best, because we got the children and stuff. Even if you don't have no kids, you got some loved ones that got children that's in these public schools. Everybody not in no private school. Everybody not being homeschooled. So, you want to check your voter. Go to vote.org and check. Make sure everything is matching up. You know what I'm saying? Check the voter registration card. If you haven't done it, then fill it out. Because like I said, they're doing the purchase and stuff now. We got time. You want to find out who sits on your city council, your school board. You want to find out who the county commission is. You can Google this. Google your city name, your city council members. These are the people that affect and control your day. They affect your daily life. Know their name. Know who funded them at opensecrets.org. No. I gave the information to you, opensecrets.org. Then, number 3, identify a few people in your life you actually trust. Float the idea of the hand and the susu where y'all can pool money. Even if it's only $50 a month for 10 people, that's $500 rotated through your circle. Start small. Just, start somewhere. Start the first step in the right direction is better than no step at all. You can start small. It's all right to start small. Yep. Number 4, find out when the next local election is in your city. In most places, it's going to be in November. It's going to be November the 3rd, 2026. And that's going to come fast. It's closer than what you think. The school board seats, the county, the city council seats, these are decided by hundreds of votes. Your organized community can absolutely impact this. 5, share this video. Don't share it for me. Share it for the person in your circle who needs to hear this and don't know where to start. You know what I'm saying? And it's simple. Like I said, I made it simple as 1, 2, 3. And here's what I want to leave you with. I want to leave you with this. They have always known that organized melanated black community with its own economic base, its own political infrastructure, and its own institution is the most powerful force in this country. That's not me trying to be arrogant or talking out of my ego, honey. That is his story. And her story too, if you want to go farther on back to the real deal. That's his story. His story. Her story too. I'm going to say it again. They have always known that when the melanated people and the black community come together with their own money, with their economic base, own political infrastructure, and own institutions that's built up right, they can't touch it. It's the most powerful force in this country. Every tool they have used against us, okay? Gerrymandering, voter suppression, the dark money, infiltration. All of this is evidence of how much they fear what we become. And we done it before when we organized. This ain't nothing new. We had they were picking on us about the watermelons. What they say, I like some fried chicken. You damn right. I love some watermelons. You damn right. I ain't gonna never stop eating them. I might not stop eating no fried chicken. I went vegan for years now, but I ain't gonna say I'm not even gonna tell you I won't get off meat again. But I ain't gonna never tell you that it might be forever now. I ain't gonna tell you that just because I go vegan again don't mean I ain't gonna never eat no meat. My grandmama used to grow her own chickens and honey. She used to grow her own chickens and stuff like that. And that, they were what we call organic now. So it ain't nothing. As I said, every tool they use against us, the gerrymandering, all of that, the voter suppression, the dark money paying these politicians as puppets to pass the laws that they wrote, and then electing these people puppets so that they can work in their best interest against us. The infiltration, all of it's evidence of how much they fear what we become when we're organized. When I think about Maat, true justice, thinking about Maat, truth, justice, cosmic balance, it's older than the U.S. corporation. It's ancient American. It's ancient. It's you know what I'm saying? This is where the Nile River is. This is the Kemet, the ancient, the oldest people. It's older than any other political party. It's older than any system designed to exclude us. Build on that foundation. Build the institution. Hold the line locally. Keep your dollars circulating. Trust what's earned, not what's claimed. And also, organize. Start out small. Don't let nobody make you think that, oh, whenever we do something, they're gonna do. That's what they want you to believe. Only you can destroy it. Only you can stop it by your mindset and by you thinking that, oh, I can't. So we've succeeded. It's been done before. We just have to stop looking to a savior, looking to one person, and build and focus on the institution. And remember, the movement goes on regardless of what happens to any one leader. Focus on the institution. This has been My Sun Goddess. This has been part 5 and 6 of the People's Blueprint. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, and share.